Hello, everybody. It's Beckie Belote here from Newport News, Virginia. And today I wanted to talk about this new recipe template called Argyle. So, not all of them are my favorites. This one is one of my favorites because it's so stinking easy because all these straight lines. You're gonna really love this one. If you've never tried one before, but you've wanted to, this is the one to try. Okay. I think that by the time you watch this, the special where you buy one, get one free will be gone. But if you are just seeing it right now, they may still be on there. So anyways, I look for ones that work with our tools really nice. And because all straight lines work with our tools really nice, it's good. We have some that we have circles, we have ovals. Our tools work great with those. And if you can take some of the leg work out by using a tool, they're just faster. So anyways, I think you'll love this one, and I think you'll love all that it can do. I just wanted to show you an idea or two using this today and how it can be fast. All right. I'm also going to show you a cool look with this. I showed you something with the circle cutter last week. So I'm going to put this right in my front of my face to try to remember to show you something cool with it today too. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and change this. Thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate you all checking out my videos every week. It's kind of makes me feel better about myself. Cracks me up actually. Um, so anyways, I do appreciate it a lot. All right, so you're gonna want a piece of paper for this page that we're gonna make today, where you like the front and the back together a lot. So this is called Enchanted Wizard. So super fun for my Harry Potter followers. I found that some of the set looks really good for your European travelers. It's got some castles and stuff that I think that could be more of a serious tone too. Um, so I'm going to work today on this autumn hay. I love the autumn hay. It kind of coordinates with that little book. I guess it's some kind of book there. Okay, so there we go. And you're going to need a print. And what I want you to do is see things. All right. So see things, see combinations that you like. Like, are you seeing this? Choo, 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 choo. All right. That would be really cool, like at the top or at the middle. In fact, I made one with that, so I'll show you that in a bit. I want you to see like this right here, because what I see with that right there is a corner. Like, do you see how I could make something and put that in the corner? Okay. So just that in isolation. Or what about these diamond looking shapes? What if I wanted to do not squares, but three big diamonds? All right. So what I'm trying to do is get you to see more than this, all of these shapes, to see some other things there. All right. So I also see this little bit, this there with this there. All right. Well, what I am going to work with today, I already made a page with this. I'm going to make another page with this. I am going to work with, what did I see that I really liked? Let me put it over here because it's clear, easier to see. I saw this that goes, let me make sure that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. Here to there. I kind of like that. Trying to think if I see anything else I like. Do I want to do all of it? I mean, I also see this right here. How cool would this be? You're probably thinking, am I crazy? I'm really not. Um, but I think I'm gonna keep it small. I'm gonna go. Well, you'll see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip this over so we have more of a solid to work on. And I like to use pencil on these. All right, I'm gonna see how much paper I need to do what I want to do. I'm gonna bring this down. You see the paper right there? I'm gonna do it so that the edges of the paper are fitting inside the shape. I hope I hope that she'll Tanner is watching me today. She wanted me to teach her how to do this. All right. So I'm going to start tracing with pencil. And the reason, and I'm not press real hard. See, I don't have to go along here because I've lined this up with the edge of my paper. And I'm going to go here. And don't push in real hard either, because these things move a little bit. They have some wiggle room. So you don't want to shove it so that it like, see, this is a bad example because that one's not going to move. I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up. And then I think I'm going to go down, down. All right. So I've got this irregular shape, but I also am going to trace this one, that square, and this one only. I don't think I want to trace anything else. I think that's going to be good. All right. Now what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because I'm going to do a double page spread with this design. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut this much of the paper off, and then you're going to understand why in a second. So I'm lining it up. I know that I need this much space to get this done. All right, for that one. And I want to do a double page spread. So I want one of these on the other side too. So I'm going to just fold it. You don't need to score because it doesn't have to be that perfect here. All right. And now I'm going to grab my scissors. Or am I going to grab my trimmer? I think I'm going to do a little bit of both. I like to do my trimmer on big cuts and I like to do my scissors on small. All right, so there's a pencil line that you probably can't see at home, but there's a pencil line I want to cut right on top of that. So I'm going to use this little guy. It's got a little black measuring thing there, so I know exactly where it's going to cut. So I'm going to cut that off. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this. I'm going to line up this nice long line. If you don't have one of these trimmers that line it up nicely like this, I would use your straight cut scissors and just cut on the line. That way you won't goof it up. That's beautiful. But if you miss, it's pencil so that you can just cut it away. So I'm going to cut here. I think I'm going to stay with the trimmer until I get to the smaller cuts. Right. If you remember, this part right here was extra. So I'm going to level this off, just cut this little bit off. Now I think I'm going to grab my scissors. So I think it'll be faster with my scissors after these big cuts. All right, so all of these were not keepers, so I'm going to move those out of the way so I don't get them mixed up. Now I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut right on that pencil line. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them so that I know that one is for one page and one is for the other. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. And then what fell away over here, we can use too. So kind of look at them and kind of keep that in mind. These are just triangles, right? So if I want to use these for something, these are some good scraps. In fact, we've got two matching big triangles. I think I'm going to separate those in case I want to use those for something. All right. So now I'm going to put this aside, make myself some room to show you the next step. All right, another thing that I like to do on these, see this border around the edge? That's a 1/2 inch. And I like to put borders on this. So when I looked at this piece of paper, I was trying to pick a real pretty accent color. And what I saw really nicely was that blue. So I'm going to go ahead and use my trimmer again. I'm going to put my stacks back together before I use my trimmer again. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 pieces of soft blue paper, and I'm going to do a frame. I feel like I've taught that before, but if you're watching me for the first time, we're going to put it to this first line, stack them so that you can do 2 at one time. Put the edge against that first line on the right side of your trimmer, and we're going to go just a 1/2 inch. So this is your 1/2 inch mark. You can tell because it goes from 0 to 1, and the 1/2 inch mark is right in the middle. I've actually put a black line out there for me. Down here, this is my 12. My paper is 12 inches long. Here's my 12, and here's my 11. So there's my 1/2 inch there. So I'm going to just remember that on your trimmer, you have that little white line there. And that white line, you want to match up with your 1/2 inch and your 11.5 inch. And sometimes I'm going to put my head down so that you see that because it's underneath, you sometimes have to look under to see that. And then I'm going to go up to there. And this one I don't have to because I have a black mark out there. Okay. After you've done that, since you're cutting 2, I would maybe go through it a couple of times to make sure it's all the way through. Designer print's a little thinner, but I am working on cardstock. So I am putting down some pressure to make it go through 2 at the same time. I do like to do 2 at the same time. Saves time. All right, so I'm going to go up here. Now I can use the cut mark to line up with, which is easier. And then down here, I don't have a cut mark, so I'm going back to my 11.5 again. All right, now we're going to flip. Put it back to the line. Use your cut mark. Go down to the 11.5. Flip. One last time. This time we have cut marks on both sides, so this is the easiest one. Okay, so this center is going to be great for making mats and stuff like that. If you missed it at all, it's usually a perforation anyways, and it usually will pull off. In this case, I'm not risking it. The top one pulled off really nicely. The bottom one, I'm going to snip. All right. So again, we're going to use these for matting papers. All right. So what we got? All right. So the very first thing that I'm going to do now is I am going to put this back in place. All right. And I'm going to put it kind of, what do I want to do with this? I think I'm going to put it right on the paper, right on top of the paper. But keep in mind, no matter what you cut out, you can put it anywhere you want to on your paper. You don't have to put it where it would naturally fall. All right. And I'm going to put some adhesive in this spot and in this spot because I cut out those 2 little shapes. All right. So let's do, here's my weird shape. Or we could do it this color. And then I'm going to rotate and put this color here. And then I'm going to do this color here. And then I can pull this off. And then I can put this one in. All right. Now, to do the other side, I'm going to put it down. This is the mirror image. I'm going to put adhesive here. And I'm going to put this one down. So that I'm trying to make sure the lightning bolts are going the same direction. And then there's that. Pull this away. And now we can put this one in. Ooh, almost made a mistake. All right. Now, the beautiful light blue border I'm going to put around this. All right. And now we're ready to throw this on. All right. I am using repositionable tape so that if I don't get it down quite right, I'll be able to move it easily. I highly recommend it. If I put tape down that after I put this down, I can still see. That's also not a big deal because it just kind of wipes off. Like right there, I see some. All right. So there we have that. And there we have this. All right. And I told you we had those matching triangles left over, which I think I promptly lost one of them. But you remember, you saw it, right? Sometimes it's underneath my trimmer. No, I don't know. It'll show up after we're done with this. But like you could put those there, to have another cool look. It'll show up. You all know how I roll, right? All right. And then of course you could add your mat, so this is, these were just triangles left over. How cute is that? All right. Um, and then you can add a mat or something. This color looks really nice. I think the company may have sold out of these. So make sure you write in and say that you want more. That's really pretty there, isn't it? I could you make a mat. Do something like that. All right, you've got room. So that I wanted to show you. Another thing that I want to show you how to do, because of this cool little spacing, like the template naturally has this little spacing that's going to pop up when you cut. And I like that look. And it reminds me of our circle cutter to getting cool looks. So I wanted to show you that with this piece of paper. So typically, photo is just under 4 inches when you use our cutting system. So if you're going to do some paper, go ahead and set your first cut at a like just barely over 4. I mean, not up to the next white line, just a little bit over the 4 is what I'm going to do there. All right. Give yourself some space. So I'm going to give myself a margin for this. My blade is cutting under here, everybody. Okay, so notice I've got about this much space at the top and on the sides for this. Okay, I'm not cutting now because I'm not pressing down. So this is the center point. This is where you hold your hand. This is where you cut. If you're right-handed, you should hold this with your right hand. This is your blade. All right, and so left-handers would go this way. All right. So when I get ready to cut, I'm going to put pressure and I'm going to this white thing activates my blade. So you've got to push down and hold that blade in. So I'm going to go ahead and do a cut. And if you're doing this with me at home, do not release your hand from this tool. All right. So somehow, oh my gosh, I did something wrong. I wonder if it's not tight. It is tight. Bad demonstration because I just ruined this. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want this. I should have kept going though. All right, let me see. I know I don't have any more of this paper. Let me see if I can find something that's going to go well because I really want you to see it because it's super pretty. Let's see here. I don't want to use that color. Let's see. Will this work? We'll try this one. All right. So this is, again, you want it to look good together on both sides. So let's try that again. I'm going, ooh, my blade did move. All right. So I'm going to go just a little bit above the 4. Now, the trick is, and I'm glad that kind of happened to me. No, I'm not. I hate it when I goof, but it's kind of good because you all goof too, right? You want this this right here, this is your blade. You want it tight, but you don't want it too tight. If you do it too tight so that it's hard to untwist, you're going to make a mistake at a next step. All right. So, but you don't want it moving around, which is what it did on that last one. All right. So I'm going to give myself some space, and now we can do this faster because you already know the prep work. Move that away. All right. So I've done that. Now pay attention. I can see where I had there's a little crosshair right here that's lined up just to the right of the 4. I'm going to loosen now, loosen this little white gadget, and I am going to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to push this. My hand's not moving here. My hand is moving here. So I'm going to push this so it's bigger than 4, and not a ton bigger, kind of just a little bigger. Okay. And then I'm going to do a cut. And then I'm going to loosen it again and move it again by pushing, tighten it back up. I don't think I did that last time, so it's just a miracle if that came out. I don't think it did. I think it moved. I am just actually doing just a horrible demonstration here twice. So I didn't tighten it back up. Oh my goodness. Let me see if it by any miracle came out. Because this is really super cool when done properly. Right. So you guys, I am really making like spiral graph messes here. All right. So I know that this is probably the most horrible presentation ever for this tool, but it is a favorite. So I am going to do it one last time, just to the right of the 4. Tighten it, but not too tight. UPS is here. It's not creative memories, so. All right. It's out of the way. So now what we're gonna do, this is still salvageable. I didn't ruin that one. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen it up, move it just a smidgen. It's good that you're seeing this because moving it is what screws up people. Tighten it or else it will move on its own and you'll be angry. But do not tighten it too tight. If you tighten it too tight, you will make a mistake. This one is gonna be beautiful. I'm paying attention. All right, next we're going to loosen it and we're going to change the margin again. This may be a little bit bigger than that, just for variation. You could do it exactly the amount. I'm not telling you the measurements because it doesn't matter. You actually, it comes out cooler if you do different size measurements. All right, so now that should have worked beautifully. All right, so let me show you because this color actually came, guess it doesn't matter. This color actually came out of the same package of paper. So this is going to match really nicely too. Sorry about that. I hate it when I waste your time. But make sure your first couple times, I shouldn't have made mistakes because I do it a lot. But I did, so I can't explain that. So the little thin one, I'm going to pull out completely, and then I'm going to flip this one for some variation. So you see how pretty that looks? And then my photograph, when you put that in, fits perfectly in that space. Is that beautiful? And then this one, we can put on the other side and put another photo in there. All right. Okay, so hopefully you like this idea. So let me show you some other pages that I made with it. So that ziggy zaggy one I did, this is the US of Yay. So again, I did my 1/2 inch border with blue. The US Yay paper I used this one. And what I did is I just traced the first couple. Then what I did is I cut my paper this wide. And then I folded it 3 times so that I could cut all of these at the same time. And these, I went and put adhesive in all the places and then popped them back in. All right. Cool. this border that ran across the top, you can do with your citrus slice border maker, but I used the laser cut borders that came in the US of Yay border pack. I added some, I think actually some of these embellishments came from the Totally Tonal sticker line. So you can mix your Totally Tonal stickers with US of Yay. All right, and then this one I made with the exact same technique that I showed you. In fact, I did not make even one mistake doing this one. I like to save all of my mistakes for you all. But anyways, the one that I just built for you, I put the decoration here in the bottom corner. But remember, you can put them wherever you want for different looks. And on this one, I did it upside down. So no one would know that I was doing the same layout. I also used my fireworks punch to add a sunshine here on this page. So this we could put a photo on or not. We could pop, this is the exact same thing as I did. You can see how the photo will fit nicely, in that spot or in this spot, either. And I am going to hang up on my friend. Okay. And then this is an embellishment. I added another little sun there. I think this one's super pretty. This is using Sweet Summer. This line is beautiful, you guys. It's so beautiful. And the mats for this are getting ready to be sold out. So if they're not already. So if you like this line, you should get the bundle, and this one is a simpler example. And it had, this is that punch that some of you probably earned, that beaded, I think it was dotted chain that I have across the top, but this is that punch. Not the punch, this is the Argyle, where I put this here and here. And then at the corners that I talked about earlier, I went ahead and put the corners down in the bottoms as well. Okay, so if you just remember to cut more than one at a time, it's not slow, it's a really fast process. All right, so let me see, let me change the screen. So did you notice that I have on a scalloped top today, like kind of fancy? That's because tonight I am going out with my creative memory cropper girlfriends for dinner, and we're going to make cards. We have these really cool packs of cards. I think I told you about them last week. They're crazy easy. We all tell our husbands that it's a really serious class. And so that's why we go, but mostly we go and eat dinner and enjoy, just some time together. And then after they clear the table, we take about 20 minutes to make the 12 cards. So they're really easy. We do have fun. If you're local, reach out to let me know that you would like to join a card class. If you're not local, reach out to somebody near you, because it's a really fun thing to do. I love what I do. I love that when I go to work, I do really fun things. And if you ever are considering joining us, please let me know. I am trying to earn a stinking trip to Puerto Vallarta, and I have never earned a trip yet in 8 years, and I want to earn one so bad. But I need to have some people that are willing to consider trying out Creative Memories as a business. So if you have been pondering it, don't be shy. One more thing I wanted to tell you. We are selling out of stuff. This fireworks one that just came out, it just sold out, but they're going to let you order one. So if you didn't get one and you want one, or if you want the bundle and get the bundle value, go pay for it. And when they come in, they'll send it to you. It's going to be in September, but I think this one you're going to want. It's going to be a very versatile flowers, sunshines, fireworks. Great punch. Okay. They also did this with the brand new paw print. We only had that for one day. I feel like it's like a tornado. Things keep selling out. So I love it that you all love it, but I hate it when they sell out quickly. But they, again, they're letting you pre-order those too. So if you missed it and you didn't get the paw print, go on and order it right away because they're not ordering extra. They don't want extras sitting on the shelf. So I can't say they're definitely not, but typically when they do this, they're not going to get a bunch of extra. So if you want one, pre-order it. Okay. So taking enough of your time. Sorry for the glitch. That's just who I am, you guys. Love you. Bye.